Three things you should never do when traveling international. Hey, Jason here. If you've been watching the channel, you've been seeing me as I'm now in my 9th year of consecutively being a full-time nomad and traveling the world. I'm on my 4th country, 5th if you count Botswana, and 3rd continent that I have lived on. And so in this video, I was watching it's a YouTuber and a live streamer who's in Vietnam, and he had some really bad issues trying to get through Thailand's airport about 3 or 4 days ago. And I thought I would just go ahead and break down like some of the things not to do when traveling through an international airport, because I don't think everybody understands. So first one, do not curse in an airport. One of the things about cursing in an airport, most people who work in airports know that's a high stress job. They're just as stressed out being there as we are going through there. And so if they just hear a curse word, most likely they're probably already in a bad mood, or they're going to be thinking you were speaking towards them. And it's just going to become a big misunderstanding because they're going to come with the same amount of aggression, which most of us take curse words as a very aggressive thing. So they're going to replicate with that. So just don't use curse words and just use your indoor kindergarten voice. Act like you're holding a brand new baby in your hands. And that's how delicate you kind of have to move through an airport. I know some people may not like that. Oh, I should be able to say what I want. But you got to remember, when you're traveling international, these people have the right to not allow you to enter into the country. And that's what happened to this gentleman. They denied him entry and he had to sit in the airport detainment area, AKA jail for him, for I think a day, until he was able to get on the next flight that was leaving back to the home country. And like, you're not going to get your money back also for those airline tickets. They are not responsible for you having to be able to get entry into the countries. And so just don't curse, man. Like it's not that hard of a thing. At the very most, you're probably going to be there for 30 minutes going through an airport, getting your luggage. And 30 minutes without cursing, is that asking for a lot? Let's be real. Second thing is, do not think the embassy is going to come help you. You're not on their radar of importance on the things that they're handling. The U.S. Embassy is not going to come get someone who was, whether they were wrongfully or rightfully denied entry into the country. They're not coming to do that. You're not going to be talking to nobody from the embassy. You're not going to be able to just get on the phone like, hey, U.S. Embassy, I'm a U.S. citizen. I need your help. That's not how the U.S. Embassy works. I know the movies show this sometimes, like, oh, there's this citizen, American citizen over here, and let's get the embassy involved. That's not how real life works. Real life, you're going to probably have to write a letter, because even if you call, you're going to be going through an automated response. Just to let you know, like, even when Cece passed away in Colombia, I had to report it through the embassy because there was certain paperwork that I had to get from them. The reason why I was able to actually get a hold of the embassy and get things taken care of timely was because someone I knew had a friend that worked in the embassy. And so I contacted them directly. I didn't call the embassy line, and they was like, hey, this is what you need to do. He sent me links to the forms that I need to fill out, told me where to go. And that's what helped me out. It wasn't calling the embassy. So I'm telling you, like, if you don't have a connection within the embassy, there's no embassy that's going to come help you. And being denied entry into a country is not even reason enough for the embassy to come help you. So just be mindful of that. The U.S. Embassy is not going to come help you. So go back to part 1. Act like you're holding a newborn baby. Be as delicate as possible when you're going through there. Just be overly nice. Fake it till you get in the country, then you can just go curse all you want in your hotel room. And then the third thing, and this is the one that I really believe hit this gentleman here, and I don't know if he's still aware of it or if he's even aware of it, is be careful how many drinks you actually have. Now, I know some people actually get on the airplane, they'll have a couple of drinks to cut the edge, because some people are afraid of takeoff and landing. I get it. However, you need to account for, you need to be on your best behavior. Like, no country wants to bring in a belligerent drunk. And you may need to monitor, what is your tone? And I think this is where he was probably having a problem. He says he was on the phone with his wife and she irritated him saying something. He was just like, fuck, or what the fuck, something like that, which could be the truth. But you can tell he's already been a few drinks in. And so the question goes to, what was your tone when you when you said this word? Were you even aware of your surroundings that someone may have been talking to you while you're trying to hold your phone, speaking to your wife, and you may have just said this expletive? And did they may have felt disrespected and you said it towards them? Like, all of these things come into consideration. Like, really think about this. And if you really want to have a good time and go into a country, like, just don't drink too much. Like, I'm not saying you can't have drinks. I'm just saying for some people, it's a big gap between being drunk and buzzed. And I'm telling you, it's a very thin line between being buzzed and being someone who's just obnoxious. I used to be there when I used to drink. I've seen people after I stopped drinking. It's a very thin line. If you've ever been around that one person that became belligerent drunk, you'll probably agree with me and say it was a very thin line between them being cool to just being a complete ass, and now you're embarrassed to be around them. And so I just wanted to share that with you because I don't think enough seasoned travelers or seasoned expats are actually sharing the way they move around. Like, we move around in very specific ways because we understand the end goal is, one, to get access into that country. And no country wants to bring in an asshole. I'm just going to be honest with you. And so if you have any comments or questions, just leave them down below the video. If you have anything that you want to add that I didn't touch on, add it down below, man. We have to start sharing more information with each other. This isn't a channel of gatekeeping. This right here is a community where we're sharing and helping each other out. And so just remember this, I'm Jason, and success is simple once you know how.